What's up, YouTube? Got the Gray Bearded Gorilla here. Just want to kick off day number 5 in the Warrior Acceleration with Wendy's chili and a fresh haircut. How about that? Anyway, we'll get into the content now. I got my Wendy's chili and I'm headed home. I'm driving wifey's car, my queen's car. Got the oil changed, got that thing squared away, and now headed home. One thing I wanted to talk about today was, as I get more comfortable in front of this camera and doing YouTube videos, I'll start adding in my own observations. I have been keeping a journal, a war book, or a war plan. I can't think of what Garrett J White calls it, but basically, it's a journal just to document thoughts and things like that. So just wanted to let you know that I'll be doing that in the future. For now, I'm just comfortable with, or getting comfortable with, giving content and teaching the concepts in this class. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so again, wifey's car, so I don't have my setup like I do on my SUV, but they'll have to do for now. And without further ado, let's get into the content for day 5 on Warrior Acceleration. All right, last quick video before we get into the content. I know I've said this like the 3rd time now, but just want to let you know that man, this life is totally what you make it. I mean, I know I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but get out there, live it. And as Daft Punk says, one more time, just always one more time. Get up, get moving, get going, figure out what's going on in your life right now, and figure out if there's anything that you want to change, and then get on it. And also, man, I highly recommend having a SUV for your daily driver, but when you get a chance, I highly recommend a fast car. Man, this does a blast to drive. Oh, I'm getting passed over here. Guess I'm not driving so fast as a fast car, but rather do that than get a ticket, I suppose. Anyway, now without further ado, let's get into the content. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 5 of Warrior Acceleration. Got the Gray Bearded Gorilla here, and had a couple of videos leading up to this content, talking about Wendy's chili. So I did look up the nutritional value of Wendy's chili. Got about 270 calories, 8 grams of fat. High sodium though, with 1,180 milligrams of sodium, 31 carbs, 8 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein. So anyway, and also one other thing. So the reason I wear these glasses all the time when I'm making these videos is that I want to be able to look right into the camera and see myself, and not have to actually look into the lens, which is over here. So I'm looking at the lens, I don't really make eye contact with my audience. So I like to wear these glasses. Picked up that little tip from Casey Neistat when I used to watch him a lot, and I just took it from there. And I also do enjoy wearing these glasses outdoors to protect my ojos. Anyway, so I just want to give a quick recap of the last 4 days before we hit day 5 here. So when I started this Warrior Acceleration program, I looked at the mindset assessment, the power assessment, and the production assessment that Garrett J White provided. And through there, you determine, really answering the question, where are you today? So on day 1, we began building the foundation and answered the question, why are you here? And then we went into, who are you? Why are you here? Where are you going? And then what is the way to get there? Just a real brief overview on day 1. And then also on day 1 was, did the pain drive me here? The pain of whatever, the pain of not achieving, the pain of personal pain, whatever. That was part of that day as well. And then determining, is your life working right now in all the aspects of body, being, balance, and business? Is your life working? Then day 2, we answered the question, who am I? I believe I am, and fill in the blank. And where have I been? And then where do I desire to be? So that was day 2. And then day 3, we covered the purpose. Why am I here? Why am I going through this Warrior Acceleration, and so on? Why am I wanting to evaluate my life and determine if there is a change that needs to be made? Also on day 3, we covered the whole aspect of something triggers you, something happens, and Hold on just 1 second. Let me get my dog in here. Just 1 second, get a quick. Let them in. All right, puppies. Here you go. Come on in, dogs. Yo, yo. Good puppies. There you go. Good boy. All right, now. All right, where were we? All right, so yeah, day 3. And looking at the purpose, man, looking at the purpose of why am I here. And really, in order to get into this program or look at this program or find it interesting, something triggered you. You're watching the movie, or this is Garrett J White's Wake Up Warrior movie. And it's down in the description, there'll be a link down there. If something moved you, if something triggered you, then the next step was you had feelings associated with that trigger. That feeling that you got as maybe sadness or pumped up, or man, I want to attack this life. Who knows? But anyways, you had a trigger, then you had feelings, and then you had a reality check. Am I where I want to be? Am I achieving what I want to achieve? Do I have the marriage that I want to have? And so on. Also the relationship with your kids, going through the core 4, body, being, balance, and business, and looking at those. Where are you at? Then also on day 3, he mentioned, Garrett J White mentioned going through these steps, the triggers, the feelings, the reality check. Then after you have that reality check of where you are, look at what vision do you have? Where do you want to be in the future? And go through those steps, and really that should awaken the possibilities of you. If you're already the man you want to be, then great. But I find it hard to believe that there are that many men out there that have really nailed all the core 4 of body, being, balance, and business, and are super, super happy, or even operating at the highest levels they can. I find it hard to believe. And so again, waking the possibilities to be the man you were meant to become. And that's really a big question is where am I at now, and where do I want to be in whatever time frame you choose. In this case, 60 days for me, going from day 1, now on day 5. But where do I want to be? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, what I want to achieve in all those different 4 areas. Super satisfied in some areas and less satisfied in others. So again, that's a personal experience like I mentioned before, and you answer those questions for yourself and you determine the answers for yourself. And the big takeaway from day 4 was to learn to be present with where you're at. Be honest with where you're at, with your body, with your being, with your balance, with your business, and your bank account associated with that business. You need to be honest with yourself, because in some of those areas, you may not want to look at yourself in the mirror. You may not want to reflect on really how your spirituality is, and you may not want to reflect on your marriage, your relationship with your kids, your other relationships that you have. You may not want to reflect on those because it's sometimes the truth is hard, but it's the truth, and it is what it is. All right, so day 4, that brings us up to day 5 now. So day 5 is still working on the foundation. And really day 5 is all about where do I want to go? What do I want to achieve in those core 4 areas of body, being, balance, and business? Oh, that's great. Diet Dr. Pepper. So today's tasking was to look at the 4 areas, body, and determine where do I want to go. The second one I looked at was being. What do I want to do in the aspect of spirituality and mental clarity and so on? To me, that's what really being is, and that interpersonal thing. And balance-wise, where am I? I already reviewed where I am with my wife, with my marriage, and what changes do I want to make? And Garrett J White really talked about how he went from a bag of smashed donuts to somebody that really shows up and performs as a husband and really does his job to be the king of the household and the king to his queen and the king to his princesses. He has a couple of daughters. For me, it'd be about being the king of my household and being the king of my castle to my queen and to my princes and my princess. So for everybody it's different again. So this is me, and I'm just teaching you the content, and you take it from there. Now looking at business and bank account, that stuff doesn't lie. You have what you have. How are you performing in business and so on? I guess you could lie to yourself about that. But when it comes to the bank account, it's either zero or infinity. And somewhere in between there is your bank account, what it says. So without solid answers to these questions, we won't really build as great a possible future reality as we could. So be honest with yourself these first 5 days. Take a hard look at where you've been. Take a hard look at where you're at today, and be brutally honest with yourself, because you have nothing to lose but all to gain from being honest with yourself, and take it from there. So there's day 5 of the Warrior Acceleration. This program so far is legit. You know, my questions of, is Garrett J White full of crap, or is this a badass program? Still TBD, but we'll see. So far, very, very great reflection for me personally, and definitely see the possibilities for the future of utilizing these tools here to take things to the next level, like I talked to you about before. With that, hope you have a great afternoon. Great Friday here. Gray Bearded Gorilla out. All right, YouTube, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Got a little bonus content here. So I have been told possibly one of the dumbest questions, or asked one of the dumbest questions around. Wow, I just saw the craziest thing. There's these stucco walls on the side of the road, and there's this big gash in it. Big gash. Looks like a car jumped up on the curb and crashed into it. And then over the top of it, somebody wrote "Stop driving." That's pretty crazy. Anyway, so there's this question that keeps on coming up, where you get somebody that's really fit, and somebody tells them, the person tells them, "Hey, I'm gonna head to the gym." This is the fit person talking, and then the other person says, "Why do you need to go to the gym? You're fit." Well, no shit. That's how I got fit. So anyway, I hope you all don't ask those dumb questions out there, because truly there are dumb questions. When somebody shakes their head and says, "Wow, that was probably a dumb question." So anyway, just a little short rant there, but gave you a little bonus content today. Hope all's well. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. All right, bonus content part 2. Oh, gotta drive. Wendy's chili. That is so good. By the way, this YouTube channel is not being sponsored by Wendy's. I make my own Wendy's chili, just didn't have time this past week, or didn't make the time is a more accurate description. But I will make some more Wendy's style chili, and I'll be sure to YouTube it and do a quick evaluation on how the next batch turns out. But anyway, for today, Wendy's chili, good.